What value does landscaping have to the end value of a home if you're looking to sell?
Yeah, so with that, Chris, it's a little bit of a how long's a piece of string question. It all depends on the buyer, on the house itself. A lot of the time I think a landscape will sell the house, and sometimes I don't think a landscape's got anything to do with the house if the house sells. So that question could be answered from maybe a negative if the landscape hasn't been done right to hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on the area.
So I suppose to break it down, a really ugly old house with a great garden probably isn't going to be the same as a really great house with a pretty poor garden, which might need just a little bit of effort to bring it up to scratch.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Mind you, some people might buy an older house and say, well, it's already got the garden, we can renovate the house. So it depends. It depends on the market. There is figures around there that people say you should spend in between sort of 5% as a minimum of the value of the house and land together, right through to 20%. Now, if you were to spend 20% on an average house of $500,000, I would say you've most probably overcapitalised on that house because it's probably not in the right area to get that money back for the landscape. You're not going to have that right buyer. So you'd be looking at $100,000 on a $500,000. So it's quite easy to do as well. So you've just got to be careful what materials that you choose to use with the house.
So is there a general rule you would work to if you were, in terms of a budget?
Yeah, I generally don't work to that. Generally, if someone tells me they're selling their house, I'll do as little as possible to make the maximum impact, basically.